All right, just another video just to do the stocks. Don't know if I'm going to do this a week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a weekly kind of thing on this, but we'll see how we go. So stock market. So the ANZ. I'm just picking random ones, pretty much the same as last time. So there is a sell signal for not yet for the ANZ. So pretty much waiting for the market to come into come into this level here. There we go. Come into the. Let me just measure this properly. So we're looking for probably at $27.62, that little area there. If we get into there, then I'll be looking for a sell, looking to sell. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I won't say I will necessarily, but if I was looking at this stock, then that's a good area to look for a sell. Okay. The market's kind of broken out from this trend line here. So we had this trend line break. Markets come back down, and then we kind of tested, came back down, broke above. So we might get a retracement. Actually, we might have already had the retracement. So we already had the pullback here, right? So we already had the retest of structure, and now it's kind of gone up. So we should see some upside early next week. But once it gets up to this level here, then I'd be looking to short it down. So that's there. ANZ. Santos oil. How are we doing here? So we could probably see some more upside on oil, a little bit more. If you saw my other video, we'd like to see a little bit more upside, but I don't see this lasting for too long. Looks like it's going to fill this gap. Okay. Looks like the market's going to try to fill this gap right there. All right. So if we go up to this level here, which is around just over $5, you're likely to see the market roll over from there, at least Santos anyway. All right. So let's see if I can find an extension level there. See what we get. We'll get the 127, so that's a decent signal there. Let's see if I get anything else with that. That one there. So looking for probably somewhere around here. No, I don't really get one. No. But yeah, that's still a good area. I think you might have a pattern there too, but doesn't look like it might measure up. See measured move. Let's see what we get. Get a measured move right there, so that's decent. Yep, 38%. So that's good. So yeah, this one's a good one. I think yeah, at the just over $5, I think you're looking for a sell there. Okay. Telstra had a lot of issues this week, I think. So so what we're doing here, we come back up, broken structure, back up to retest previous, came back down, came back up, broke above, closed above. This could be a false break, but it's hard to say. Actually, we'll see what happens. I think it's hard to say at this stage. This looks like a continuation, so you might get some more upside. But again, just got to be careful with these Aussie stocks at the moment. I don't think they're safe at all. So, this could just go up and then roll over again. I think. You've got potential. You've got this level here of resistance, right? So you can see the market's come back down. It's come back down, tested, failed, came back down. This is another level of support there, right? So you can see here, if I zoom in a bit more, Okay. Okay, so you can see the market's purely consolidating from these highs, right? So it's come back, stuff. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it's come back down, right? It's come down, right? Came back up, put in a kind of semi-double top there, failed, got rejected, came back down, and came back to here. Then it went back up and so forth. Put in a so that you can tell you can already establish the trend line there. It's come back up, retested previous levels. So now you've established a trend line, right? You've established this channel, okay? So then it's come back out, retested that little channel again, came back up, tested, got rejected immediately, right? Came back down, retested, came back up, and then failed. Went all the way through. And then came back up to test previous what was support, but now is resistance, right? Now we've established another channel there, right? We come back up, came back down, and then we broke above, closed above, came back down, and now we've gone back up to retest that previous channel, which was previous resistance. So you can tell here, you can already see it. This is a level of importance, right? So the question is going to be, okay, so is the market going to break above that again? It's possible, but you've got to be mindful that this is a very important level. Now, if we do break above, right, what you want to see is to prove that this is going to keep going up, you really want to see the retest, right? So when it comes back down, you really want to see it retest this previous resistance line, which will, if it does hold, turn into support. And then what you should see from there is a bounce off, okay? But then again, it's never a sure thing, but that's what you look for. But if it does roll over from here, then you'd want to get out straight away. I wouldn't want to get in there in the first place anyway. So, Medibank. Now, last time I looked at Medibank, I said it was looking very bullish, but I did notice there was a signal of a potential sell signal. But what was it? I think it was the weekly time frame. I think it was on the weekly. There was a big sell signal. I think it was this is it. So yeah, that's right. So you can look at the weekly, right? The daily looks okay, right? But if you look at the weekly, you can see that it's putting this massive bearish pin bar. Now this is usually a very bearish signal, and what happens is you don't enter straight away. You can if you want to, but what you really want to look for is you want to look for the market to kind of do to retest. Okay, so this is what's happening. So it looks like it did an initial retest, right, 3 weeks ago. Then it came back down again, right, and then now it's gone back up, right, and very bullish engulfing candle here, right. So this is very bullish, but like I said, what I think is going to happen is you're going to see probably. Right, and this is on the weekly, so it could take a week or 2, 3 weeks to play out. Who knows? So what we could see is this, right? We could see the market come back up to retest this level here, the $3.22, or as high as $3.27 to $3.33. Who knows, right? The point is, we're likely to see it come up and retest, and then roll over from there. Okay. Now on the week, you can see this is RSI showing pretty bearish momentum there, okay. Volume, so. But you can see here, this is, I think you might even have a pattern out of this, right? So you can probably draw a pattern out of this. Let me just have a double check and just see if there is a pattern. Might have a cipher pattern, I think. So you have, yep, so that qualifies there. Man, I've got jittery fingers. There you go. Might not be exactly the right measurement because I might have moved it a little bit, but you got the idea. Alright, so okay, so we don't really get any kind of pattern there. Alright, we'll just leave it at that then. But something to look out for there. So that's Medibank. So this is JB Hi-Fi now. So JB Hi-Fi is I think it was looking pretty, that's okay. Not really much to look at from there. Not really much for me to say yet. But, if you're looking at it from a structure point of view, Yeah, I have to look at this one a little bit more, but can't really say. I don't want to spend too much time on it just now. So yeah, these ones I like. This one I shorted this last time. This is cab charge. So I think cab charge, in the long term is bearish, very bearish, especially with Uber now. I think it's called Uber. Yeah. So this ain't gonna last. If you know what cab charge is, you know what I'm talking about. But this is very bearish. This is a typical bearish pattern. Okay, so this is continuation pattern. So I shorted it last year, and I sold it, but I might look to get back in again. But this is a typical bearish consolidation pattern that will most likely be a continuation to the downside. So probably as early as this week. So let's see it from more price action. You've got to really go down to the lower time frames to really see what's going on. But this is, these are all. Wouldn't trust these signals here. We'll see how we go. There still might be a little bit of upside early next week, but I don't see it lasting any longer than that. FMG, so it's Fortescue Metal. Now, this is what I don't like about. This is what I find really that shits me about the regulators, the ASX or whoever they want to call themselves. They've been. I don't know if it's still there, but you can't short these stocks are part of the ASX 200, right? Which is beside. I want to get into what they are, but they have the privilege. They give investors and traders the privilege of shorting these kind of stocks, right? Because they're, unlike the all odds, which is the list of all the other all the other companies. You can only buy it, you can't short it, right? But these ones you can. But since last year they've restricted all the short selling. You can't short these markets. That's why, which is annoying. They keep saying there's not enough stock and all that kind of stuff to borrow to short, but that's just crap, right? I don't believe that one bit, because it's not just Fortescue. There's a lot of other stocks that, particularly smaller cap stocks, the ones that are like this price or around, you can't short them. Which is, I see what they're trying to do, but the truth is, if you're part of these companies that are part of the ASX 200, you can't just pick and choose. If there's a capability to short, you have to leave it there. You can't just change those rules. Just so, this is the main reason why. One of the main reasons why you've seen companies like Fortescue keep going back up, right? Price of iron ore's, hasn't really gone anywhere really, right? These companies are losing money, so there's no reason why they should even be going up, right? So I'm very. This is what really shits me. So, if you want to change the rules, you change it across the ASX 200. But the important thing is people don't like short sellers. But the truth is they're the ones that bring in the money, right? Because you're giving investors and so forth the opportunity to trade both directions, and everyone loves the short. And they're taking that money out of the ASX. So no one's going to bother even getting involved in the stock market, especially the Aussie market. Especially if you're taking those privileges away, then people will find other markets to trade. Simple. So, and I haven't traded any stocks on the ASX in ages because of one of the main reasons being this rule here. So, but yeah, this is gonna tank, right? This is going to tank, so they're going to cop it sooner or later anyway. And I'm kind of sick of the ASX, especially ASX anyway. They just pick and choose what they want to, especially those speed tickets where if the stock goes up too fast or too high without any news, they send out a notification to the company to please explain, basically, right? But if the stock goes down all of a sudden, you don't ever get like a speeding ticket. They never query that. They only query it when it goes up, which is ridiculous. It's stupid. So yeah. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.